shining bright, sunshine in the sky. Megan and Tammy here to testify, spreading love, laughter and good vibes too. The Fat Girl Chronicles, we're breaking through. No more hiding.
Hi everyone, it's Tammy.
And I'm Megan.
And together we are
the Fat Girl Flippers.
This is the Fat Girl Chronicles, our podcast.
Yeah, so if you're watching us on YouTube, make sure to hit that subscribe button. We actually had 2 new subscribers. I got the little YouTube notification thing.
Maybe from our Fat Splash party or something.
Could be.
Yeah.
So hit subscribe, hit the notification button so it tells you whenever we post. And if you want to...
Oh, I forgot to mention at the beginning of this is a car chat.
Car chat.
So we're parked in the park, but we are right beside the road. So we may want to put up our windows in a minute, but we'll
take it by ear.
Take it by ear.
Take it by ear. So where was I? Okay, yeah. So if you're on YouTube, subscribe, hit the notification button. If you are on, just want to listen to us through audio, that's totally cool too. We are on pretty much all the podcast streams. So that's Podbean, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, all of that. So feel free to just listen to us on there as well.
And I know you love seeing our faces, so any of our YouTubers, thank you.
Yes, exactly.
And give us a thumbs up and a like and subscribe and share if you haven't already.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, how's it been going?
Do you want to go first or do you want me to go first?
It's like 900 degrees and our province is on fire, so...
Yeah.
We're sitting here, it is like after 6 o'clock at night, and it is still like 30 degrees or whatever, which is, for you people, if anybody's in the States, that's over 100 degrees, which is kind of unheard of for this time of year.
Yeah, it's been hot.
Yeah, so with the hot weather comes the unfortunate thing that we had happen, I think it was 2 years ago, was the first time we've ever had a major forest fire in our province, and it destroyed people's homes. It was the first time that we've ever had, I think, a big fire.
And 2 really big ones at the same time. The one out Shelburne Way.
Yes.
And then Tantallon.
And right now, it's still burning, is it not, in Susie Lake?
Yeah, I think they have it
or Susie Crescent,
under control, but I think it's still burning.
Yeah.
This morning, I don't know if you were out, but when
there was smoke in the air.
Yeah, I could smell the fire.
Last night before I went to bed, I said, when I was saying goodbye to Leo, I was saying, it smells like there's smoke coming through the air conditioner.
Yeah.
And anyway, I went outside later with Archie, and I was like, yeah, that's... Because Leo, of course, didn't think that you could smell the smoke from that far away. I said, no, it floats. Like, it'll get up high in the air, and then it floats with the wind, whatever you call them. Tracks, channels, whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, oh my God, that was...
And it's a nice little breeze.
There was a breeze, yeah.
There was a nice little breeze.
Yeah, anyway, so it's been super hot, and there was some evacuations yesterday and today, and we're just hoping that... we get some rain. It was cloudy, and we have a couple of rain clouds looking above us, but it's not going to be good.
Right.
And even if we do get rain, it's probably going to come... We'll probably get the remnants of that tropical storm that's out there, and the rain will come fast, and our ground is so hard and dry that the rain will just run off, and it's a big risk for flooding.
Right.
So, anyway, so besides that... my week has been good, I guess. I'm trying to think what I did this week.
Because it's been exactly a week.
Yeah. I had a meeting last night, a board meeting for a lemonade stand.
Fun.
Yes. For anyone who doesn't know, Lemonade Stand is a local nonprofit that helps people with physical and invisible disabilities to enjoy social and educational activities, and we also do some awareness and some advocacy for people.
Yeah.
So it's a good little group to join. Check us out. We are Lemonade Stand Society on Facebook, on all the platforms actually. And join if you're anywhere between Actually anywhere in the province of Nova Scotia, we have people from all over, and there's opportunities for events in different places. So.
Yeah, because you do a lot of, I mean, maybe not lemonade stand specifically, but lemonade stand participates in like Halifax a lot.
Yeah, so I was just going to say that we partner a lot with an organization in Halifax called Disabled Not Dead, which they've been coming up and teaching us wheelchair skills. I say they, but it's RJ, sorry, not AJ. RJ and AJ both come. Yeah, and they do basically very similar things to us. So we've gone and done a picnic at the park with them in Bedford, which was super nice. I'd never been to the waterfront park in Bedford. Have you ever been there? So that was a couple weeks ago. That was really nice.
Like a water park?
Yeah, a waterfront park.
A waterfront park.
And it's got really nice like handicapped washrooms and like exercise equipment, and I think it's a fairly new park.
Really?
And it's in behind apartment buildings. It's along that strip where that motel used to be, or I can't remember what it's called. Anyway, yeah, so listen to me, I'm like blah 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 talking about everything else. Anyway, the rest of my week, I have no idea what I did this week.
What'd you do the weekend after?
On the weekend, what did I do? Last weekend.
I feel like you did something.
I feel like I did too, but I'm not quite sure what it was.
Oh, did you go to the art show?
No.
You didn't end up going?
No, we did not.
Was there a reason? Just
everybody was tired. It was a long week. And we did a lot of different outings and a lot of different stuff. So there were only 3 of us that wanted to go anyway. So we kind of all came to the same conclusion that we were just, I guess when you have a disability, sometimes you have to pick and choose your battles. And you can't do everything that you always want to do.
Yes.
It's now disturbing me, though, that I can't remember what I did the rest of the week.
Some weeks are just boring like that.
I know, but I must have done something. I couldn't have. I know that I've driven around the yard with Archie on the wheelchair, giving him his little daily dose of. He likes to run away from me, run out the door, and go outside and roll on the rocks. He never runs away from me though.
Really?
Same thing, straight out the wheelchair ramp right to the end of it, and then rolls in that gravel that's at the end of it.
That's it.
Yeah, I just roll out, pick him up, and bring him in. That's it. He's the weirdest cat. And then he likes to have his nightly little ride on my lap around the premises, so we just check out the property and, check for ghosts and all that kind of stuff.
Love it.
Yeah. I haven't done anything at all, really, this week.
And in 2 days.
Oh, in 2 days.
We're surfing.
Next week at this time, I'm hoping to tell you about I hang 10. No, I'm hoping that I don't drown or that a shark doesn't eat me. Neither of those things are likely to happen because my ass is like a flotation device.
Yep.
And if a shark sees me and there's a skinny person near me, which I'm sure there will be, they'll get the skinny person first because they're easier to grab a hold of. So I'll be safe.
You'll be safe.
I'm not worrying about sharks.
Well, you've got good. One thing FATNESS is good for is floating.
Flotation, yes.
Yep.
I'm telling you, my ass is like my own personal flotation device.
That's
I
true.
used to laugh because before I really understood about lipedema or whatever, I could get in a pool.
Right.
And I would lay face down like a starfish and hold my breath. And my body would physically turn me over. Just
I know. It's
horrible.
It's very,
and it makes
very,
it hard to
buoyant.
swim like long distances, especially in salt water.
Yeah. Yeah. Or stay down, if you're diving down for stuff.
Oh, stay under the water.
Yes. Because I like
or
to
trying
use
to
dive
rings
and stuff.
Yeah. How was your week?
So my week was busy.
Before Megan starts, I want to say thank you to Megan for always supporting me in the stuff that I do and the things that are important to me, because Megan's coming with me to the surfing event and
I'm so excited.
I'm there's no one else that I would want with me besides Megan.
Well, and I have my my long sleeve bathing suit too.
I'm wearing mine.
Are you?
One,
Are you
too.
gonna wear the long sleeve one?
I think so.
Good
Cause
for you.
well, even like I'll wear it and put my compressions underneath it,
Okay.
and then they'll put a wetsuit over top of me.
Oh,
Probably.
you'll be fine then. Yeah.
Yeah, and I mean, I thought I would just while I'm not surfing, I would just have that on.
Yeah.
Because anyway, might be too hot, and I'll have probably a bathing suit top underneath it, so I can
You can
zip it down if I need to.
That's maybe I'll do that too. Is bring an extra bathing suit just in case it gets
Super
too warm.
hot.
But then I was thinking that would save me from a sunburn on my shoulders and stuff.
Well, we'll make sure you'll get lots of.
I have tons of sunscreen.
Yeah, and I can put it on you. So
yeah.
Anyway, so thank you so much for supporting me in all that I do.
It'll be so much fun though.
Yeah,
it will be.
How was your week?
Yeah, so my week was really busy. So we did the podcast Thursday.
Yeah, you've been on like this crazy journey.
I know. So Friday worked, but then I went to this thing called she's an author. She's actually a comic. She's doing her PhD, but like she does comic.
Is she British?
No, she's Canadian. She's from here.
Oh.
Yeah. She's really cool.
Oh, is that the one you and Suzanne were going to?
Yes. Yeah.
Is she the artist as well?
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
cool.
So she did this comic book called The Future Me is Fat. And it literally is a whole story about like she goes to a doctor's office and the doctor tells her to get on the scale. She gets super nervous. She smashes the scale and it turns into a time machine. So she goes back in time, like all the way back to her like ancestors, and then like herself at like I think it was like 10 or something, and then herself at like 18, and then she goes forward to like herself as someone who's elderly, and just all these very, very different perspectives of fatness from those different ages. So I was thinking that after we talk about our week, we could talk about that a little bit more, because it might be interesting to get your perspective on that. I think that it would be very interesting. So then Saturday I just did acupuncture, which is cool. What?
Something.
What?
The most important event of the week was Val's big birthday party.
Oh my God! Did you want to?
No,
share?
Go ahead.
Okay.
Keep going. I just remembered. Just don't let me forget.
Okay. So Saturday just did acupuncture. Sunday, Richard was scheduled to work in Fredericton on Monday and Tuesday, and possibly Wednesday. So me and Richard drove down separately, but I know I was like, ugh. So I drove down to Fredericton, and that was really fun. I listened to there's this podcast from Armchair Experts. It's a pretty popular podcast. It's by Dax Shepard, and but he does these things called anonymous. Something anonymous.
The one where they wear the thing over their face?
No, it's just a podcast. You don't physically see it, but they share different stories, and they can be anonymous. But some of the stories, they do different themes, like school or substitutes or like police or whatever. So that was really interesting. And then, honestly, Monday and Tuesday, I literally didn't even leave the hotel room. It was because this hotel, the Delta, was beautiful. It actually has this huge outdoor pool it looks like a resort with all like the seats outside, but it was like 45 degrees in Fredericton. It was insane. So I was like, I'm not going out. I don't care.
In the pool.
Yeah. I was like, I don't care. It's going to be busy. And so anyway, I stayed in the hotel. I read and I worked on my Instagram and I slept. So that was fun. And then,
what are you doing with your Instagram?
So the book thing, the book Instagram,
yes.
So I worked on that, and then
send me the link to that, because I don't think I have that yet.
Okay.
Or you haven't started it yet?
No, I have.
You have. Okay, because
I
would. I mean, it's not my genre of books, but I would like to see what you're doing. Yeah, that's cool.
So then I just slept. We had Pizza Hut, which was so good.
Pizza Hut is good.
It
Even
is
here,
really good.
I like those little personal boxes that they make with they have a little pizza in it, and then they have little, like, either you can get real wings or little wing bites.
Right.
And it's like $12. And it's
really?
Yeah, and I think it comes with a pop, but it's a super good deal.
Yeah.
And I like the crust on their pizzas.
It was so good.
Because it's crispy, but fluffy.
Yeah.
Something.
So that was really
It's
nice.
the pan they bake it in.
Yeah. And then one night on Tuesday night, he took me to they have a restaurant down there, which is like hella expensive, but his stuff gets
Covered.
comped. Yeah. So I had, it's a type of steak.
Filet mignon?
No.
New York strip?
It's almost like a roast, almost.
Oh, oh, good Lord.
I can't remember what
I know what it is. They serve it at buffets.
Yeah, I can't remember what it is. Anyway, we both had steak. And it was funny. He'll laugh at me sharing this. So we finish our meal, and he kind of moves to get up or whatever, but he doesn't actually get up. Like, he just kind of moves forward. And then he looks at me and goes, "We're just going to have to sit here a minute." I was like, "Is your stomach hurting?" And he's like, "Oh yeah, like I might SHIT myself." Oh my god! He's like,
gonna kill you for saying
oh my god! He's like, he moved one bit and he could feel the stomach. Yeah. Whereas I was like, I stopped when I started to get like feel that way, right? So it was like, I was fine, but he was very like full. But yeah, and then I got up at like 5 in the morning or 4:30. Left Fredericton at like 5 in the morning yesterday to make it to work for like 8:30. And you know what? It was a really good drive. You were just there, right? Is it Fredericton? No, you were St. John.
St. John. I was just
there.
it
was a decent drive. There was a little bit of construction, but it wasn't overwhelming.
I just thought of something else. I got taken out to supper last Friday night too.
Oh, well, that was my week, so feel free to share.
I'm sitting here thinking I'm not even listening. I was listening, yes, but anyway, I got Frank and Gino's.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Who'd you go with?
Leo.
Oh, Leo. Oh, nice.
Usually he never takes me out, and we usually split on it or whatever. But
he like literally took you out.
No, he asked me. I had mentioned a couple weeks ago when we drove by there. I'm like, I haven't been there for so long, and I said we used to get it until we discovered. Remember when we were doing our podcast that when we ordered it online, it was really tiny portions. Oh,
yes.
I said so. It's always better to eat in. Anyway, so he just out of the blue. Usually on Friday nights we go somewhere and have. Yeah, we usually go to the Masstown Market, get a piece of fish, and watch the car show.
Oh, nice.
We've done it a couple times, but anyway, so this time when I asked him, "Do you want to do supper?" He goes, "Yeah." He goes, "Let's go to Frank and Gino's. I'll take you."
Right.
So that was nice.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, I mean, even though I can't, of course, eat what I want to eat,
right?
Which I would love to discuss sometimes the issue of being kind of forced into this and then not knowing if there's any end in sight.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
So there's that. And then I would also like to say that this week was amazing. On Sunday I met some new relatives. I got to spend time with my Aunt Marilyn, who I love, and I met a friend who sent down. Do you remember that little? It was a little girl sitting in the chair. The little thing I got with the little kitten with the yarn around it.
Yes,
Lynn Owen. She was there. She's visiting from Ontario or from Calgary. And
oh, that's nice.
Yeah, so I got to meet her in person. And it was my Aunt Val, the matriarch of our family, the one we love so much, the one who has helped me when no one else would. She turned 80 on the same day as my 20. Happy birthday to my 20 as well.
Aww.
Belated. But yeah, so there was a big 80th birthday party for my Aunt Val at the Peg on Sunday, and it was special is all I'm going to say. It was wonderful, very special. Yeah.
How long were you there for?
It was from 2 to 4, and I think we stayed pretty much until almost till the end anyway. Yeah. Yeah. And I got there like shortly after it started, so yeah, it was really, really nice. And I got her this pin that said, "What would Dolly do?" It was a little cowboy boot because she loves Dolly Parton.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh,
so it was funny because she sent me a message or our good night chat, and and was just saying she opened her cards and she saw it and whatever. I know. I saw it outside my window. I think it's a horsefly.
Ah,
yeah,
taking a break.
It's gonna be a dead horsefly. Hold on, guys, till I kill it.
Oh,
Oops,
she did that.
Sorry. Hope this wasn't an important paper.
No, I just need to take a picture of it.
Okay.
After,
Anyway, what was I saying?
Dolly Parton.
Oh yeah. So she loves Dolly, and I gave her this little cowboy boot that says, "What would Dolly do?" So she was telling me, she said, "I'm going to wear it to show and tell," and I'm thinking, what is she talking about, right? But then I remembered she has this. She's like a teenager. She's got this group of core friends, and they go to Tim Hortons every Friday.
I love that.
And they have show and tell.
Oh my god, that's so awesome.
And they go and do things together. Anyway, so she's gonna, and one of her friends that I really love, Sparkle, Pauline, I think her name is, really, but I love Sparkle, was there also. She was, because she wears sparkles in her hair.
Oh my god, I love it.
This lady is just so sweet. Anyways, it was fabulous.
We had a good time.
Had a good time. And then
Amanda go? And she had a wonderful
course,
time?
Yes, yeah.
Good.
She organized it. The kids
Really?
organized it, yeah. It was really, really nice.
Oh, wow. That's awesome.
Yeah, and it was great because like they made their own food, and it was nice to see some relatives that I hadn't seen. Like some people said, "Oh my god, are you Tammy? We haven't seen you since you were a baby."
That is nice, especially because it's family.
Yeah,
like that. I know would mean a lot.
It's my mom's side of the family, which I have not had an opportunity to be with a lot. So
did you go with Amanda, or did Leo go with you?
No,
or?
Leo took me. Yeah,
nice.
He had fun too.
Oh, I'm sure he did.
He's like, is this what Canadian parties are like? I said, well, this is kind of like what you'd get if you had like let's say a baby shower or this kind of thing, or a family get together for somebody coming home. Or I said, this is more of a family kind of thing. I said, although it's kind of in a nice venue.
Where do you have it?
The Peg.
That is a really nice venue.
Yeah. So, so
obviously accessible.
He loved that too. The funny thing is about accessibility there, it's a beautiful spot to, hello. It's a beautiful spot, and it looks like it's accessible, but it's all gravel.
Really?
It's not a paved parking lot. So it's a gravel parking lot, and that was weird. and when you get to going into the Peg, they have like this. It's a cement work piece that they've done, and they've made it to try to look like stone, but it isn't. But anyways, there's quite a lip to get up onto that, so it's not what I would call accessible. It's beautiful inside, and it's nice and flat. Washroom is accessible, all that kind of stuff, but
to get in,
I would suggest at least paving the parking lot or paving a path, so that people in wheelchairs can get in. So that might be something I may just
mention.
Well, as a representative of Lemonade Stand, just say I was there and whatever, just to let them know. Yeah. So
I'm glad you had a good time.
Oh my god, it's fabulous.
Oh,
lots of feel goods at that one.
Good, you deserve it, especially with family.
Yeah, and especially that side.
Yeah,
it was funny too that I noticed that I posted a picture of Val and I that Leo had taken, and I loved it. And then she posted the same picture, and I noticed that two of my aunts on my dad's side commented on that because they knew Val too. They all grew up together.
Okay.
Yeah,
that's interesting.
Cool. Yeah,
cool. So yeah, I was thinking today, so this book, The Future Me is Fat. It was really interesting. So first of all, the event was in Halifax. It was in a fairly small scale, almost like a coffee house type of thing, just downtown Halifax. Had that really a bit their seating was almost like a big communal bench, very small vibes,
pub type, a British or English pub,
kind of thing. Yeah. So it was really fun. What was interesting was that it was packed. I wasn't anticipating it to be packed, but it was packed with people of all different sizes and all different genders.
Really?
And that I guess it shouldn't surprise me, but it makes me think, why would that surprise me? You know, it makes me think about, okay, what are my thoughts and assumptions around, you know, an event that's based in somebody celebrating fatness? What would the audience look like? Well, I just assumed it would be A, mostly female, and B, mostly fat participants, but it was actually a fairly big mixture, and I wouldn't even say majority of people were plus size or fat. Like, I would say it was like very good mixture of people.
Do you think it was just by chance that people were there, or was this an event that you had to pay to get into?
So you didn't have to pay to get into, but it was a closed event.
Okay, so
Yeah.
they weren't there by chance; they were there by choice.
Yeah, and so it was really, really, really good to listen to her. One interesting thing that she said was that at one of her, because she's doing like a little book tour, Atlantic book tour, and somebody got up because she answers questions at the end.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody literally got up and was like, "What are your when you get blood work? What are your results?" Like, that's awful. What, like, hello, I don't have diabetes, I don't have high blood pressure, I don't have high cholesterol, I don't have any of that stuff.
I never have had any of those things, and I'm 56 years old. I've never had those issues. Never.
And even if you do, it's none of anybody's effing business.
And even if you do, it's not necessarily related. It can be genetics, it can be a disease that you're born with, it can be all kinds of things that cause those things.
Yep.
Doesn't necessarily mean, I mean, for God's sake, you can get high blood pressure from being in a stressful situation, which could be an abusive relationship, you know, you're having problems at work,
whatever.
Anything. Like, there's a million reasons.
Yeah.
Anyway.
So, you're going to get bitten alive there.
Why?
There's like about 3 mosquitoes coming at you.
Oh.
Yeah, so that was like interesting to hear her say that. And then, so the concept of the story is like walking through different stages of her life, both past, but then also present and future, and like trying to think about all the ways people think about fatness. And what was interesting was like, you know, like she talks about like when she was young, when she envisioned herself as an adult, like as a kid envisioning yourself, you almost never envision yourself as being fat. You know, she envisioned herself as an adult being thin. Like, that's just something that she just assumed, right? And so when the present her went and visited the 10-year-old her, she's like, oh, I'm still fat in the future? Like, she was like, I wouldn't have even thought of that. Isn't that interesting?
Yeah, and
see, I knew you'd have like
well, and what I was sitting here thinking was, I don't remember ever envisioning myself at all in any kind of shape.
Oh, really?
No.
Oh, interesting.
I don't remember as a child ever thinking of what I would be like as an adult.
Really?
Isn't that weird? And this just made me realize that.
Oh, interesting.
I wonder why.
Huh.
Mm.
And then like her 18-year-old self, when she went back, she was absolutely like, no, I can't be fat. Like, she was very much into, you know, everything and anything to not be fat at 18 years old, right? And that makes sense. Like, when you think about your 18-year-old self, you're growing into like young adulthood, and also to put it into perspective, like, I mean, Jesus, we'd be in the 2000s at that point. I think, yeah. So like, you'd be, 2000s, 2010s. So like, there'd be a lot of pressure. You know, you're seeing a lot of media around, like there's magazines around, you know.
I remember
she's gained 20 pounds.
Yeah, being a teenager, and I was a teenager in the late 80s, late 80s, early 90s. I was teenager and in my 20s. And there was a lot of pressure then. Right. And I remember like not knowing that I had lipedema, but knowing that there was something wrong with my bottom half of my body because it was so much bigger than the top, and not being able to find pants that fit and like uniforms for when I worked at McDonald's. I remember not being able to get a uniform pants that fit and having to wear my own pants. And anyway, who ever thinks that you'll be fat when you grow up?
I know when she had said
You
that, I
might-
was like, oh,
like,
wow.
I thought about, maybe I'll be a teacher or maybe I'll be
Right.
this or that, but I never thought about what will I look like? What will my body look like? I never allowed.
And see, I did
Really?
because I was only like at most grade 6, probably grade 5 or 6, when mom was bringing home the Weight Watcher. Like, I was actively on Weight Watchers at that age. Like, I was actively trying to lose weight at that age. So of course I would think.
I hate hearing that.
I know.
That makes me want to cry.
I know. But that's the truth, and so many people have gone through that, or like, especially people of my, for some reason it's people of my age. I don't know if it was like Weight Watchers like hit like a spike or a splurge or something around that time.
I guess I would have been too old because I remember when Weight Watchers was a big thing, and I would have been in my 20s. So that's right, yeah,
right.
Because I remember like food being withheld as a measure of
Right.
like trying to see if they could make me any smaller.
Right. Like, that's crazy. Like, when you think about it, like, especially when you're just a child, like,
or when you're developing, when you think about those years when you're developing, and that's when lipedema hit me, is when puberty hit, right? And that's, your body needs extra nutrients, and there's all kinds of things going on and whatever, and you're growing, and that's the biggest, besides 0 to 5, that's the biggest time for your brain growth. And
actually, this made me think of, so one of the books I've read, it's a series, and I've read like 2, maybe I think the first 2 books out of the series. There's a couple more. The author grew up Mormon.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so her series literally is about these fat female characters who leave the religion.
I want to read that.
Oh, they're so good. They're so. I'll show you the book.
I want to read those ones.
Yeah. Do you have Kindle Unlimited?
I don't have No, I just have regular Kindle.
Okay. Well, anyway, I'll send them to you.
I can probably get them from Libby though on the library app.
Actually, you probably could. Yeah.
So
anyway, so these books are literally about, like, the pressures of being Mormon, but then like leaving and exploring sex and life and whatever, and challenging what you've been taught for so long. But I listened to her on a podcast, and so something she had said was, from a very young age, she was taught that her body was wrong, because when she was young, this is what reminded me what you just said, because she developed earlier, she developed breasts and things earlier. So from her standpoint, and what she was told is, your body is too tempting for the boys because you have breasts. Men are going to want to hug you. They're in the bum, right? Like, you have the body of someone who's older, of someone who's more developed, and therefore your body is sinful because it's more tempting for men or boys at that point, right? So, like, that, when you just said develop, so she's from a very young age learned to be very ashamed of not only sex but her body, because that in itself was sinful from a very young age. Isn't that wild? Like, when you think about that, like,
do you want to hear something?
Yeah.
I want to read you something.
This God, she's bringing out her phone.
Well, this happened today. I just gotta I've got to find. You can
keep talking.
Keep talking.
Okay. So so that was really interesting. Her book. I'll put a reminder in my phone. I will put the series in the description if anyone's interested. I believe the author's name is Daisy Wren, like Wren. She's really, really good. As I said, I think there's 3 books now, and there's the 4th one coming out. The 4th one, I believe, is going to be interesting because it's the male who is leaving the Mormon church, and he's a virgin, and he's like in his 30s or something. And but yeah, the first book I really enjoyed because she was like, she really like actively took her time to like question the religion and then leave and explore her sexuality and pleasure and all that stuff, which again, like, was taught that shameful, didn't happen before marriage, sex was only for reproduction or the male's pleasure. So like she was taught a lot of things, right? So not only is that like heteronormative, it's also like super sexist, right? So yeah, that's interesting. But yeah, no, it is the book itself, the comic book is interesting because then too like she describes going back into like way like ancestors type of thing, like cave woman type of situation. And when she did that, the cave woman, like her cave woman self was like, oh, my family line is so healthy. You look so healthy, right? Because she's fat. She looks well fed. She looks well nourished. You know, she's got lots of her. So like it's interesting to hear that perspective, right? Because it's like most of the time you're like, oh God, they're so unhealthy. The fat bodies are unhealthy. Fat bodies are a waste of space. Fat bodies are whatever. But in this, you know, when she went way, way back, they were like, now I know my family line is going to be strong and healthy and amazing and live long, like long, many years and generations. And so, again, very, very cool the way that we view fatness, different stages in our life,
Yeah.
and but also like different generations. But oh, did you find it?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not going to say where, but
Okay.
okay. And I just want to see what you think of this.
Okay.
Okay. How blank blank will open their pool today for 3 hours for the community at a small fee starting at 11 a.m. This is to help people cool off in the extended heat. All rules of the campground must be followed. No smoking, no alcohol. Everyone must rinse off before the pool, no exceptions. All bathing suits for women must be one piece, or if you have a two-piece, then a t-shirt must be worn over it. We will be charging $2 fee per person. We have a maximum of 30 people in the pool area at one time. We also have a cooling off area, blah, 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 blah. Please be advised we are a faith-based facility and a private facility, and this is done as an invite to the community. What do you think of that?
So
this is my community, like
yeah,
totally like in my community.
yeah. I mean, I think that like everything else, I live in the gray. Everything else. So yeah, for sure, positives. Opening it up to the community, opening a space for people to swim at a relative, would you say like $2 or something?
Yeah.
Like super cheap price,
Yep.
you know. It's summer, it's hot, that's beautiful.
But then
I don't
then you tell the girls that they have to cover up with t-shirt.
Yeah. And so, okay, so we can actually analyze that on both a sexist way, but also a fat phobic way, right? Like, you know, for sure, women's bodies shouldn't be shamed, right? Like we shouldn't feel ashamed of our
men can come to that pool and it doesn't say one stinking word about what men are allowed to wear. So technically a man could show up there in a thong and no shirt on.
Yeah.
Because in some places men do wear thongs.
Yeah.
Maybe not at the faith-based
church,
camp,
but yeah.
Anyway, that it doesn't say, you know, like there's no
Right. No,
there's absolutely no.
Yeah, I just the policing of women's bodies, like again,
should not be done by faith-based
or anybody. Like even to take the faith out of it, like anybody, right? We should not be policing people's bodies, right? Like
I think it would have been enough to say women should wear, like we would appreciate if girls and women wear a one-piece suit because we're a modest facility.
Right.
That I think is like okay.
Right.
You know?
Yeah. Even that I'm like,
well, I know. I am too, but I'm thinking, okay, like there's a way to follow their rules without like
Right.
But I mean, are they
They could also say men have to wear
shorts to their knees. But they didn't say that either. So men can show up there in their Speedo.
Yeah. The double standards are wild, and it makes me sad to think about that.
Like, don't get me wrong, I do sincerely appreciate them opening the pool because it is hot and there are a lot of kids in my community that don't have access to, and the rivers and things are not safe now, which is where they would normally swim.
Yep.
Because the water's so low. So I do appreciate that. And I'm not, I guess I'm not bashing them because of, well, I kind of am, but I appreciate the thought behind them opening up to the public. It was very nice.
But the policing of that's
I guess if it is their facility, and if they are opening up to the public, they have the right to make those rules.
for sure.
So if you're someone who can't live by those rules, then I guess you just don't go there. But I mean, I'm thinking of like when I'm not talking about grown adults like me. I mean, I have choices. I can go, I can stand
Wherever.
under the hose if I want to. I just think of the poor little like 12, 11, 10. Like I think of my poor little Kaya. Like,
Yeah.
and Candy always makes she's dressed in a modest suit anyway. But still, like I'm just thinking, like, why? Like,
I guess for me, I think about the deeper meaning. So just like we just talked about with.
So what do you
with
think the
rest-
deeper meaning is behind it?
Well, this is my point. Like with what we just talked about with that author, right?
Mm-hmm.
Why do women need to cover? And when you really dig deep, a lot of it, and I don't know, I'm not a religious expert, I'm not a faith-based expert, but what I do know is that when you start to dig a little deeper, a lot of it is because what this author had alluded to, which is our bodies are the temptress, right? We as women with our bodies lead men astray.
Whether we know it or not.
And
that's why they feel free to tell us that
right.
If you don't know it, we're going to tell you how you need to operate.
So for me, the deeper message is saying to young girls, like you were thinking like of Kaya and all these young girls.
Yeah.
The deeper meaning to me is that
my body is bad.
My body is bad. My body needs to be covered. And, there's a difference between like, okay, so you go to work and you're not going to be wearing a crop top and, low-rise jeans. And
I mean, even if they had said like, no thong bikinis, no string bikinis, like those are a couple things that you could ask for that.
Of course, yeah.
Like just say, please be modest in your dress.
Or even just say we're a family-centered thing, so we just ask you dress modest. Like that's literally all they could say.
And there's two-piece swimsuits that are more modest than some of the one pieces I've seen.
I know, because some of them can be a little risky. But so again, for me, it's just like the underlying message is cover up. And it makes me think about even like when we talk about fatness, like what are we often... One of the biggest ways that we can rebel as fat people, whether that's men or women or non-binary, whoever, fat people, is by showing our bodies, literally, because we're told to hide, because we're told to wear baggy things, because we're told our bodies are shameful. All of these things are one of our biggest ways that we can kind of stand up or revolt or whatever is by literally showing our bodies, right? That's why people like Ashley Graham, when Ashley Graham was a huge thing, that was huge because she did a lot of lingerie, right? She was someone plus size in a sexual and fantasy way, right?
She wasn't even big.
No, I mean, she would have only been, what, 12?
16?
At most, yeah.
At most. And that was at the biggest she was.
But that was revolutionary because it was like a plus-size body.
Which isn't really even plus-size. That's an extra large.
Well, yeah, but
I know what you're saying. Yeah. It was revolutionary at the time.
At the time, because it was someone who was plus-size, someone who was bigger, wearing lingerie,
being sexy,
that was kind of unheard of. So it triggers me in both ways. We're saying to young girls, we're sending a message that you need to be covered up, religious or faith-based or not. That's the message it's sending. But also
because your bodies are bad.
Because your bodies are bad, you lead men astray from their pure, all these things, right?
So we're initially already teaching the young girls shame, and you are responsible. This is why when people are sexually abused as children, we are shamed into thinking it's our fault.
Yeah.
We're shamed into thinking that we have, shown a thigh or shown a belly button or shown something, and all of a sudden that makes men touch us.
What were you wearing?
Yeah, what were you wearing?
What were you wearing?
Or if you didn't want to get touched, you shouldn't have been dressed like that.
Yeah.
I've heard that before.
Yep. Shouldn't have gone to that party. Shouldn't have flirted with that person.
Well, if you hang out with those people, you
Shouldn't
know,
be walking alone at night.
Yeah, and you shouldn't go to the bar drinking. Da 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 da. You know, and yeah.
Right. Jeez, that got deep. But it is so layered, right? Like something as simple as that a lot of people would just read and be like, oh, whatever, or oh, this is great, let's go to the pool.
There was a lot of mixed. I was reading the comments. That's what.
Really?
What I didn't even see the post. I saw I saw somebody that I know comment it. So I was like, "What's this?" So I started looking at it, and it was very interesting because a lot of people were trying to put a religious spin on it, where I don't really see that. I mean, yes, some of it is the modesty because of the faith based.
Yeah.
I see it more as that came from a man.
Right.
I am guessing that the people that run the place are probably male, that probably in charge. I'm just guessing.
Well, again, if you look at the way faith.
Well, yeah, and the structure
the sexism within faith. And a lot of faith. Woo. And I think it just she sneezes. I think it just goes back to, again, like, and this is we're not going to even go here, but I'll bring it up quickly. Again, it goes to things like male politicians, you know, policing women's bodies, especially in the States, right? Again, I'm not going to get into it, like,
but we can think of the, like, Harvey Weinstein. Is it Harvey? No.
Yeah, Harvey Weinstein.
Is that who? No, not Harvey. Was it?
Who are we talking about?
The
producer?
No, not him. He's the producer. But I'm talking about the guy that did all the sex on the island.
Oh,
Epstein. Epstein's island, yeah.
Yeah. But even just, like, politics, right? Like,
yeah.
There is a lot of policing of women's bodies, right? And so a simple statement like that, I guess, is what we're getting at. Simple statement like that, just there's so many layers, and you can attach it to, again, things like we just talked about, like the policing of fat bodies, the policing of women's bodies, you know, this idea that the common idea that kind of women are the temptress of, you know, they bring it on themselves. It is wild. Like, I mean, I know somebody who was, you know, sexually abused as a child, and when they finally disclosed as an adult, some people were like, oh, I guess that makes sense because so-and-so's wife who had passed away kind of looks like you. Okay, so, like, that's what we're doing now. We're going to be like, a child looks like his, like, passed away wife, so it's okay to do that. Okay, yeah, that's great. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, it's wild.
I have found people will try to make the most ridiculous statements about people who have done things that they don't believe have done things.
Yeah.
And I think there's always some underlying disbelief to, you know, like, the statement that you made.
And I think too, like, change is scary, and thinking about people that you don't want to think about in that way is scary. Challenging your mindset is also very scary. Like, I go back to these books that I was reading. I mean, they're just literally romance smut books, but they have such a deeper meaning. It's like,
I think
you know, like, how scary that would be to leave.
Thing,
yeah,
which is ironic. I told you I've been getting pen pals, right?
Yes.
So I have a pen pal, and she's Mormon.
Oh, interesting.
But listen to this.
Yeah.
She lives in Germany.
Yeah.
And she has a 25-year-old daughter that has lipedema that's had 4 surgeries already.
Oh my gosh. See, that's so cool.
So tell me that's not like
fate.
Fate, right? Like,
yeah.
What's the chances that I'm going to get someone, you know, who knows? When I said lipedema, she's like,
I know exactly what you mean.
Yeah, my daughter's she's 25 and she's had 4 surgeries already. Can you imagine?
That's wild.
But yeah, so they're Mormon.
Yeah, and I guess the point too would also be that, like,
or I'm sorry, ex-Mormon.
Ex-Mormon, yeah. So, like, not, I mean, there's a lot that that kind of stuff does for people in a good way, positive way, but there's also a lot of harm. And it's not just faith. Like when I'm talking like general society, right? We're constantly policing
women's bodies.
I mean, just look, and in turn, that turns into
society polices women's thoughts, women's everything.
Yeah, and that in turn involves, fat bodies. What women as in fat bodies, what that looks like, what that should look like, what other, like, all people, even men, non-binary, all people, there's a lot of policing of fat bodies as well. So yeah, that got deep. Holy God, I had put like a lot of trigger warnings on this one.
Yeah.
Anything else before we wrap up?
No, I don't.
Maybe we should wrap up with something positive, I guess.
I'm getting my knee surgery. I don't know if I've told you guys that. So September 9th, surgery number 1.
Yes, that's so exciting.
It is very exciting.
Oh, that's so exciting.
Again, as usual, the person who is my life support system.
Yeah, I'm gonna work home from home that day, so I'll be there close by.
Yes, to make sure that I don't die like last time.
Yes, that was bad. But you're at a different hotel, different hospital.
I hope it's a different hotel because the last one was really
that
shitty.
was so bad.
Yeah.
I guess I'll end with just like we talked
about a lot of stuff.
Yeah, a lot of stuff, a lot of heavy stuff. So please, like, take your mental health seriously, care for yourself, show yourself some compassion.
Yeah. And if any of the things that we talked about triggered you, reach out. There's just do a quick mental health search online and it'll get you to your closest mental health hospital and take that stuff seriously. So if anything we've said has triggered you, then
and feel free to comment below if there's anything that kind of not necessarily triggered you, but sparked you in any way, or anything you wanted to add to that. And again, I think we just want to like clarify, we definitely aren't against anything or like angry with anything. But the reality is that women's bodies are policed in a multitude of ways. Bringing
that up was kind of,
I love it,
in line with what we were doing.
It is, yeah, and it because fat bodies, but also generally women's bodies are very much policed. And I mean, I don't think that's something that, for me is debatable, but there would be lots of people that would debate it, I guess. But, all right. Well, take care of yourself. We love you, and we'll see you next week.
Bye, everyone.
Sunshine in the sky, Megan and Tammy here to testify, spreading love, laughter and good vibes too. The Fat Girl Chronicles, we're breaking through. No more hiding, no more feeling small. We're taking up space, standing proud and tall. Our voice is strong, our stories to be heard. Challenging the stereotypes, flipping the world, the chronicles of